Fox propagandist Stuart Varney did a terrible segment over the weekend where he pretended that the military is underfunded. Let's watch.
Moments from now, President Trump delivers the commencement address at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. Joining us now, retired Admiral Robert Natter. Admiral, sir, welcome to the show. Good to see you, sir.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Now, the Navy, I understand, has been significantly depleted, certainly underfunded for many, many years. Is it capable of taking on the mission, if required, on North Korea?
Yes, is a short answer. We are depleted. All the services are, but the budget is looking positive. We need to get away from this sequestration business, continuing resolutions business. The Congress has got to get a handle on appropriately funding on a regular basis our defense budgets.
It's going to take years, isn't it, to get the Navy to where you and others in the military would like it to be?
That's correct. Yes, it will.
I just wanted to ask you about the ability of our Navy. Can our ships shoot down a North Korean rocket? If one were launched and we wanted to shoot it down, could we be absolutely certain we can knock it out the sky?
Well, the United States of America can do that. It would include ships, it would include land-based systems, it would include radars, and it would include Air Force systems, all working together to accomplish that.
What does the Navy need most now?
Well, we need stable funding, first of all. We haven't had it really in 10 years. The problem and the effect of that is that when the Congress appropriates $1 with irregular funding, we end up as taxpayers getting the value of 80 cents, if that, on that dollar. It's A, stupid, and B, really counterproductive to the spending of our taxpayers.
I just want to ask you about the speech which President Trump is about to deliver to the Naval Academy. We're expecting him to go off script. What do you think? Could he put on a show for us?
Well, I'm not going to predict what the president's going to say at the commencement. I haven't seen the speech. I will let you conjecture on that.
But he loves it. I mean, he's a natural-born entertainer. I can't imagine he would walk away from an opportunity to entertain all those naval graduates and the rest of the country at the same time. He's going to be entertaining, isn't he?
Oh, gosh golly, I sure do love the smell of the president's farts, don't you, good sir? Oh, yes, Donald. Oh, it's so great. You're so entertaining, good chap. Would you like me to be your fluffer? Oh, God, you're such a sycophant. He's such a propagandist. It's unbelievable. So let's go through that segment. First of all, the whole point of this is to make the 1,032-year-old people who watch Fox News shit their pants over North Korea. That's the whole point of this. They're like, Can the U.S. shoot out of the air a North Korean missile? Can we shoot down North Korean rockets? Can we handle the North Korean threat? What kind of a dumbass question is that? North Korea can't even keep the lights on at night. Have you ever seen those aerial images from space of North Korea versus South Korea where it's all lit up at night? South Korea is, and North Korea is just pitch black. I mean, the country is starving. It's basically a hostage crisis. It's one of the poorest countries in the world. Their military budget is, 37 cents in a Pop-Tart. They got nothing, man. They're not a threat to us. The idea that North Korea would launch a missile against the U.S. in any circumstance, knowing the entire country would be obliterated in an instant, that's just laughably stupid. They would never do it. Nebraska and Kentucky and New York City and LA are under no threat of North Korea whatsoever. We're a much bigger threat to them than they are to us. That is crystal clear to anybody paying attention who gives a shit about being intellectually honest about this. So, what a ridiculous framing of the segment. And then, oh goodness, do they pour it on when he starts saying, we're depleted, we're underfunded. Both the Admiral says that and Stuart Varney says that. By the way, somebody needs to look into whoever funds the Admiral now because he's retired. Usually the way these things work, guys, is you'll have people retired who were in the military who are now getting paid by the military-industrial complex. And their whole job is to go on TV and act like, oh my God, we need more funding. We need to fund the companies that have bought me as I come out here and I do propaganda to try to get them more money. So that's usually the way this stuff works. Now, I don't know in this guy's particular instance if he is funded by the military-industrial complex, but it's very possible because usually that's the case when these guys go on TV. And by the way, they don't disclose it, of course. So the idea, oh my God, we're depleted, we're underfunded. What the fuck are you talking about, man? We had about $100 billion increase in military funding. We spend more on our military than like the next 9 biggest militaries in the world combined. And most of those countries are our allies. So it is just a giant fucking money pit. We have 900 military bases around the world. The war in Iraq will cost $7 trillion. The war in Afghanistan is $2 trillion. What a sick, sad, disgusting joke that as we don't have clean water in Flint, Michigan, as our infrastructure gets a grade of D+, Fox News is out there doing rank propaganda about how the military is underfunded when it is the most funded of anything in our entire goddamn fucking country. So it's just disgusting, man, and you need to understand, this is nothing but propaganda. This is nothing but propaganda. All it is to try to hose the taxpayers and give more money to the military when we don't need it. We need to get out of the wars, not get into more wars. North Korea is no threat to us. But all you get from Fox News' Stuart Varney is nonsense propaganda to prop up the military even more and just gross, sycophantic talking points about Trump.